Alright, what's going on, guys? This is the top 5 best loadouts in ranked play for Season 3. We're going to get right into it because I want to give you guys awesome variety and things that will genuinely help you guys improve. So, first thing I want to actually get into is the Vaznev, because I know a lot of you guys probably want to see the Vaznev, and I'm going to give you guys two versions. The first one is what Shotzi uses and a lot of other pro uses. It's the Vaznev 9K with the Spiral V3.5 Flash Hider. This has muzzle flash concealment and recoil steadiness at the cost of some aim down sight speed and aiming stability. If you don't want this, I would recommend the Lockshot KT85 for horizontal and vertical recoil control, but I think this more than enough controls the recoil. I'll show you later on, but we're going to move on to FSS SHARKFIN 90 for aiming out of stability. Now, if you're one of those people that still want some more control over the recoil, you can use either COMMANDO FOREGRIP or the Edge 47 grip. These are the only two I really recommend. Just remember the ADS penalty isn't actually not that bad, so if you don't feel like using FSS SHARKFIN, you're more than able to use something else. This is my preference, but then we move on to the TRUE-TAC grips for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of some recoil control. I really don't think there's any other alternative that I would use. I think this is the best possible choice for the Vaznev. And last but not least, I have the Broadside FCT for aiming stability, crouch movement speed, aim down sight speed, and sprint speed at the cost of aim walking speed and recoil control. A lot of people actually use the Iversat stock for aim walking speed and sprint speed at the cost of some aiming stability, and both of them are fine, honestly. You can use either or, but just in this demonstration, I'm going to show you guys how good this is. So we're just going to, snake a little bit and just show you guys this thing basically has no recoil. The only downside is long range. You're going to have to be burst firing, but honestly, in rank play, I don't think you're going to be in that many lines of fire where you're gonna have to be shooting that far. Like this target is actually extremely far, so you're not really gonna have to worry about shooting that target. Most of your fights are gonna be this range and this range, and if you are somehow in this range, then just burst fire. That's my opinion. So stick to this distance and you should be good to go. But the next thing I do actually want to show you guys is something that was not nerfed. This did not get nerfed. This actually got buffed, and so because it got buffed, I want to show it to you guys. This is the BAS-P. Now, there's actually a few versions I can show you, but this is probably the most meta overall. It's the BAS-P with the FSS SHARKFIN 90 for aiming out stability. Then we move on to the BRUEN flash grip for sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and recoil control. Well, at the cost of recoil control, I'm sorry. And then we move on to the BRUEN flash V4 stock for sprint speed, aim walking speed, crouch movement speed, and aim down sight speed at the cost of aiming stability and recoil control. Now I'm going to show you guys how this works, and I'm going to show you guys the things I actually add on there. So this thing has such little recoil, and the beautiful thing about that is there's actually, if you guys see, like, there's a headshot multiplier that's absolutely deadly. So the headshot multiplier not being affected like the Vaznev and everything, I feel like this could actually be an incredibly meta weapon. And if you guys want to see a gameplay with it, let me know. But there are some things I can actually add on there. So if you guys want, you can put on the BRUEN pendulum or the lock shot. I don't really know beyond that. I mean, you could technically put on the spiral just like the Vaznev has, and if you do put that on there, I mean, I guess it could be pretty good. Like I said, this thing basically has such little recoil, doesn't even really matter. Like, this thing is actually insane. So if the spiral is something you actually want to put on there, feel free, be my guest. But there's one more attachment I actually want to show you guys, and that is the THUNDERFIRE. Now, it takes away the damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, but here's the thing: it increases movement speed and aim down sight speed. If you guys remember, it got a damage range increase already, and a reduction of bullet velocity doesn't really matter when this is already close range engagements. The only downside is you're going to lose the FSS SHARKFIN, so keep that in mind. So once we do this, this just becomes like a laser, like an extremely fast laser. So in my opinion, this is a very incredible build. Whatever version you want to use, give it a try. Let me know if you enjoy it. I just think it's incredible. It just reminds me of the Scorpion Evo, and that's actually why I called it that. I made a class called Scorpion Evo for the BAS-P. So if you guys want to use this, be my guest, and I'm sure you'll absolutely love it. Next is the VEL 45. This is another one that a lot of pros actually use in ranked play. It is the Edge 47 grip for aiming out of stability and recoil stabilization at the cost of some aim down sight speed. Next, we have the 30 round mag for movement speed, aim down sight speed, sprint to fire speed, and reload quickness at the cost of some magazine ammo capacity. Usually it's 40, now it's 30, not a big deal. Put on the SCHLAGER soldier grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of some recoil control. And last but not least, Demo RXT stock for crouch movement speed, sprint speed, and aim down sight speed at the cost of recoil control. The VEL A, you can definitely use this, but in my opinion, the recoil is just too great. It wouldn't be worth it. But to show you guys how good this is, it's actually so incredible. The only downside is it did get nerfed a little bit recently, so the ADS multiplier, not the ADS, the headshot multiplier is actually a bit lower. So those headshot snaps that you would usually get, you're probably not going to get them as much just because the multiplier is reduced. So you're just going to be relying on the fire rate for these kills. And if you have a good shot, then you should be pretty good with the Vel. Completely up to you though if you choose to use it. Now, next I'm going to show you guys the TAC 56, and this is actually the pro issue TAC 56. It's essentially perfect in my opinion. If you want to put a muzzle on there, you can put on the Dark KX30 or the Komodo Heavy or the RF Crown 50. There's a bunch of other things you can put on there, but 17.5 Tundra Pro Barrel for damage range, hip fire accuracy, bullet velocity, at the cost of aim down sight speed and hip recoil control. FSS SHARKFIN 90 for aiming out of stability. The 5.56 high velocity for bullet velocity at the cost of some damage range, which you're not even going to notice because of the Tundra Pro Barrel. TV Cardinal stock for aim, walking speed, and sprint speed at the cost of some aiming stability. If you don't want that, you can use the X line for more aim down sight speed and sprint speed at the cost of some recoil control. I don't know if it's worth it, completely up to you. The last but not least, demo CLEANSHOT grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of some recoil control. You get this by winning 10 games of ranked, so I mean it's really easy. If you guys don't even feel comfortable like actually building this yourself for whatever reason, you can just set this up. In my opinion, I think it's very meta. I think you'll genuinely enjoy it. But there is one more thing I want to show you guys, and it's aside from the TAC 56. The TAC 56 is amazing, but it is the XPX80. Now, I was going to show you guys the P90, but I feel like it's not really necessary to show you guys the P90. We're going to show you guys the SPX80, put on the max DMR precision for aiming stability, crouch movement speed, and aim down sight speed at the cost of some aim walking speed and sprint speed, and recoil control. Don't use this, it's just not worth it. I mean, this is just so much better. Next, we're going to put on the SCHLAGER match grip for sprint to fire speed and aim down sight speed at the cost of some recoil control. None of these are worth it, believe me, just stick to this. And then the FSS ST87 bolt for rechambering speed at the cost of some rechambering accuracy. Now here's the thing. This thing is very easy to use, super easy to use. And as you guys see, I'm getting flooded with invites, but this thing is very easy to use. I don't think I would have any trouble using it. So if you guys are snipers, you guys are fans of search and destroy, I'm getting blown up, then please use this. Use the X12 for XRK Luck and the Cronin Lima 6. This is pistol fast draw, sprint to fire speed, aim down sight speed, and this is movement speed and aim down sight speed. I am getting blown up right now. Use the stun, use the semtex, don't use the frag unless you're trying to get cross maps on search. The best package is double time and bomb squad, just because even if you get stunned, it's not that long, but if you get naded, you're just screwed. Fast hands is the best choice. You don't really want to use focus just because the fight's going to be over, trust me. Dead silence is optimal for search and destroy, and I mean hard point if you're trying to get the flank, and trophy is just if you're anchoring. So there you guys go. Hope you guys enjoyed, and let me know the class setup you're going to be using.